Hey everybody, this is Beast. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Scottyallenday. Is there one person in life who inspired you to do better? Did you make choices in life based on a hero, on a hero's teachings? Is there a being that taught you things that you continue to learn throughout life? That's my video today. Last night I was driving my bus. It was kind of slow, and I started thinking, and I thought of a video that a movie that I watched a long time ago, and it was City Slickers, The Legend of Curly's Gold, and he mentioned about that one thing in life. And I started thinking about that one thing in life, and I said, no, what about that one person in life? And that one person in life that changed my life. That one person in life that absolutely taught you what you needed to know to get through life. That one person that put so much love into you and talked with you and conversed with you to where even if you went out on the wrong path, you were going to still stay on the right path in life. So throughout this video, I'm going to be talking about this person, and somewhere through this video, I'm going to reveal who this person is. So the first part of this video, what you'll probably guess, throughout the video, who it could possibly be. For the one, the big thing is I'm going for my notes here just to try and keep myself on path and try not to break down, because this person really taught. Every time I did wrong, he sat down with me and he talked with me. Every time I went off the beaten path and did the things that it's like running away and going to and working at the rock shows, and not finishing high school, but I ended up finishing my GED. I ended up going to college for a little bit, kind of inspired by him. He took the time to teach me how to fish. And every time we were out with my siblings, we would go out and we'd fish and we'd sing, and we'd find out who would outfish who, and taught me how to cook on the barbecue. And he showed me what his absolute secret ingredients were. He had 5 ingredients that he used to cook steak. And the first one was salt. Second one was pepper. Third one was garlic, standard SPG. He used mushroom juice. And finally, once in a while, you'd use a little bit of bacon grease on the steak. And it always turned out perfect. I never had a bad steak. But he taught me how to do that. He taught me how to cook a hot dog. And I built my skills from there. Now this goes back to this one little thing that I was talking about. Is there one thing that they taught me that I continue to learn throughout life? And I'm talking about that barbecue. And I continue to learn and develop and try and figure out a different way to be able to cook to get different flavor. I pass that knowledge down to my son. And he's doing the same thing. And he does better than me. And last night when I was thinking about how I was going to do this video, I understood exactly what he was talking about. It's a gift that you keep learning with. And it's a gift that you give away that you don't want repeated. You learn and grow with that one gift. You learn and grow with that one thing in life that one person taught you. So that was one of the big ones. The other thing that he taught me was how to change my brakes on my car. how to change a tire, how to change the oil, how to check the fluids. He always took care of the vehicles that he's driven. And they very rarely broke down. If they broke down, he knew exactly what was wrong with it. Engine overheating? Okay, I'm going to go get a thermostat and get some antifreeze. Okay. Thermostat, antifreeze, new sealant, wait a few seconds, fire it up, fill it up with antifreeze and water, off to go, and it never overheated again. Starter went out on my first car. Showed me how to change it. Now I can change starter. Basically, some of the big basic essentials that you need to learn when you're maintaining a vehicle. Sun's coming up. I gotta change positions if this keeps up. So that's one of the big things in life that, you know, when your parent, when your father or your mother teaches you these essential skills, you never forget them. Even though you've done wrong, even though you've done things that they don't approve of, and they still accept you for who you are. They're your hero. But my father is my idol. I was out in his shop helping him restore classic cars, and I saw a bunch of rust on the fender, and I said, you know, I heard if you rub WD-40 on it that you can stop the rust. Now, this was back in the 90s. So we did that. He listened to me. He worked with me. He taught me how to weld. We put together half of a hot rod until I took off to go to college. We hung out together. We talked with each other. He told me that if I needed to experiment with drugs to let him know, because he wanted to be there just in case I fell. Just in case I needed somebody there to catch me. And that's very important. And I've passed that same thing on to my kids. Let me be there. Because I can take care of you over somebody else. Taught me how to drive a stick. Taught me how to drive a standard. I could drive a standard. He spent countless hours with me because I wore hearing aids and I can't hear the tack. I could drive a standard. Working. All the projects he did around the house. All the projects that he did out over at the shop. At the place where he worked. I went with him. I worked with him. I worked most of my juvenile years that I was at home with him in the shop. He instilled an extraordinary work ethic in me. I never stopped working. I never stopped working since the day I was 14. I'm tired now, but I have to work. Whatever I do once I retire or once I stop working for somebody else, I don't know. I got to make a plan. That's what I'm doing now. But I need a hobby to be able to fuel the plan, to be able to fuel what I want to do next. It works. Yeah, like a little light here. It's coming from the sun behind me. It's coming from the mirror on my truck. I know how to fix that. There we go. Now I can do my videos. So, I mean, he taught me work ethic. This is a person I will never ever forget. I will always look up to him. I owe him the life that I have. Every time I succeeded, he praised me. Every time I did something right, he praised me. Every time I started going off the wrong path, you talk to me about it. That's how parenting should be. Not the type of person that's going to sit at the kitchen table and do your kids' homework while they're playing Donkey Kong on PS5. Don't matter what the game is. They're playing video games and you're doing the homework. How are they supposed to learn? So I wanted to drop a really good video. I wanted to talk about my dad. My dad is probably the greatest man on earth to me. He is my hero. Of course, he's also a vet. He fought in Vietnam. Came home. I was his firstborn. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about my dad today and just tell the world who he is. He's responsible for the person that's making these videos today. So, if you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. If you want to talk about your hero a little bit, drop a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to read the story. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. Until next time, keep on rocking.